Sir, did your neighbor pull those survey stakes out?
Yes, he knew I'm too old to stop him now.
Then I'll mark your boundary where nobody can deny it.
I've got the GPS coordinates. Let's fix this right now.
I never thought I'd need help defending my own land.
Then watch this mower draw a line he can't erase.
I was halfway through cutting a razor straight stripe through the waist-high grass when the elderly man behind the wheelchair called my name and asked me to stop for a second so he could see it clearly. We were standing on a disputed strip of land in Boise, Idaho, where his neighbor had ripped out the official survey stakes the night after a land company installed them. The man's name was Howard Whitmore, 96 years old, a retired corporate attorney who once handled expensive property disputes for wealthy clients but now struggled to button his own shirt because Parkinson's tremors had taken control of his hands. Behind the wheelchair sat his wife Elaine, 89, recovering from a stroke that left one side of her body weak and her speech slower than it used to be. They had lived beside this lot for decades, but the moment age made them vulnerable, the conflict started. Howard told me the neighbor began shifting flower pots, edging farther onto their side, then claiming part of the access strip had always belonged to him. When the survey crew came out and marked the legal line, Howard thought the problem was finally over. By morning, every wooden stake was gone. The neighbor simply shrugged and said there was no proof left. Resurveying the land would cost more money than Howard and Elaine could spare, especially with prescription costs, home care bills, and property taxes already climbing. The city had also mailed a nuisance warning because the grass was overgrown, saying unresolved encroachment and unmanaged vegetation could lead to enforcement penalties starting at $650 plus cleanup charges if access became blocked. Howard laughed bitterly when he showed me the letter. He said he spent 40 years helping strangers defend their land rights, but at 96 he could not even defend his own yard. So I asked if he still had the survey paperwork. He handed me a worn folder with the coordinates listed inside. I pulled out my handheld GPS, walked the points one by one, then dropped the mower deck low and started cutting a clean straight stripe from the road all the way to the rear fence line. No shouting, no lawyers, no guessing. Just one visible line through the grass that matched the legal coordinates inch by inch. Elaine began crying before I reached the halfway point. Howard kept both hands on the wheelchair handles and stared at that fresh boundary like it was something sacred. When I finished, the neighbor came outside, looked at the stripe, looked at the GPS in my hand, then turned around without saying a word. Howard whispered that he never imagined the last property case of his life would be solved by a lawnmower. Sometimes justice does not arrive in a courtroom. Sometimes it shows up wearing work boots and leaves a straight line behind. If you are watching this, comment where you are watching from, and if you believe elderly homeowners should not be bullied when they can no longer fight alone. Like, share,